Inside of the Chicago Sky locker room, there appears to be somewhat of either a severe argument or a fight that is taking place in the Chicago Sky locker room. And this here is bizarre because as they started the press conference, they started it late, but nevertheless, as the Chicago Sky went on, basically you could hear it just as open as day.
They're doing. We have fun playing with each other. So it's basically just playing basketball.
Let's go to both of you. What do you feel like you were doing in the first half that made you lose your lead?
Sorry, say that again.
So what do you think you were doing?
So, folks, you could see Camila Cardosa is taking a listen into the locker room. Apparently, there seems to be a fight going on in the middle of the Sky doing the press conference. This here is a little shocking, I would say. Obviously, I saw some disappointment in Coach Witherspoon last night, and it looks like things just hit a boil in the Chicago Sky locker room, and Camila is extremely in shock mode right now, what's going on in that locker room. This is not good.
I think just our defense.
This team, it seems like it's something you guys feel.
Close the door.
Well, there's a major fight going on, and again I can't see it, but there's a major issue going on. Either somebody's slamming a locker room, or something is happening in that locker room, and this is major. The way you can kind of see both players are just fully distracted of what's going on.
Sorry. It seemed like, and especially this for both of them, it seemed like this team, what I've seen in the past, even with the younger players, when you get behind a game like this, they play hard, but they don't check out. It seemed like you guys, in a second, if you didn't see the score, you would have thought you guys were up and you were trying to fight.
Folks, it's still going. It's just escalating in the Chicago Sky locker room.
If you can just talk about the mentality and character of this team, especially from a veteran standpoint, and also you can talk to from a rookie standpoint, or just the character of this team. It just seems like there's no quitting this team, regardless. Doesn't matter the situation you're looking at.
Here comes Coach Q. And man, oh man, she's just...
Yeah, it's definitely something that we've been trying to build throughout the season. Not quitting ever. I think for us early in the season, we would quit when we were down like late in the game, like fourth quarter. But in our situation, we were only down 10 at halftime. So we felt like we had 20 minutes to really turn it up, and that's what we did.
Coach Witherspoon is not happy. Looks like public relations was involved. I've seen them just kind of come out as well. And this is a major, major issue. Now, why does this seem like all of a sudden, when did this happen? Something's going on, and I'll tell you why I believe something's going on here with the Chicago Sky. Cheryl Swoops just did a mental health panel, okay, a mental health panel, and kind of going over everything that they want to cover. Now, when that actually happened last night in the ball game, okay, Kennedy Carter just went left. Kennedy Carter got into it with the Connecticut Sun player and just left the game and was fire heated all night long, just going. But you also did the mental health, and Angelreese has been talking a lot about mental health. Okay, and in last night's ball game, I'll be the first to tell you that Angelreese really was checked out of the game in the first half. Went in there at halftime, and it looks like Coach Witherspoon had a conversation the coaches did. But this one's boiled over, and it probably is the reason Cheryl Swoops was at the podium talking about mental health. There is some serious, serious issues that are going on inside of with the Chicago Sky. Obviously, they're not winning, okay? Obviously, Coach Witherspoon has expressed time and time and time again that they basically need to really stick in the game plan. And this one's boiled over. Camila Cardoso's really kind of come on, and I saw like a discomfort for Angel Reese. This one is not good. There looks like there's an explosion. Individuals slamming against lockers, or someone slamming a hand against locker of frustration, but it's boiled over for the Chicago Sky, and I don't know where else you're going to go from here. I mean, this is just out of control. It's suspended for conduct detrimental. I mean, these things can go on, but when you get that type of behavior coming out of the locker room, that tells me there's serious issues. It tells me that Coach Teresa Weatherspoon has discussed it time and time again. It's not happening. Having Cheryl Swoops talk about mental health. Folks, I'm just connecting the dots here. There's obviously some issues going on, consultation, therapy. But when you get to the level that you become uncontrollable, and that seemed to be what was the case in the Chicago Sky locker room after the loss to the Connecticut Sun. Things are boiling over. They're going to have to figure out. I know Coach has been going to the podium time and time again and just basically saying everything's okay, but frustration before she even starts the press conference. If you watch her hands as she goes over her face right there, that's called serious frustration. I've done this time and time again. I'm exhausted. The coaches are demanding one thing. The players want to do something else, and it's time and time again. And eventually they've reached the point of combustion. That's what happened in the locker room. And it looks like either there's a fight or a huge shouting matches going back and forth as Coach Teresa Weatherspoon was not happy with the Sky. This is the Money Mike Syndicated Radio Podcast. We're powered up by Fanatics.